beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
17's Mike. Mike 17. Slam. Out. Take it.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off the play fake, Martin. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Martin taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Pull.
To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And he is going to have a Colts first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Pull. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Off the play fake. Pull. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Mike 17. Oh, you got deep?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bryant. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
They'll try the left side. Bryant, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
All right. Let's go, B. Let's go.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. deep in their own territory. They look to throw.
Looking for Campbell downfield.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Indy.
Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been fourth down.
Exactly.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's not a bad idea, not at all. You've got a bunch of defenders reeling a little bit back on their heels after just giving up a big play. You take another shot and hope to complete it. In this case, though, it falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again.
Pull. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he is going to have a Colts first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Off play action.
Pull.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Danielle Hunter. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
From the gun.
Pull. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson.
Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
To throw on 3rd down.
Pull.
Flush to his right.
And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Then all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill as that was one heck of a run there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He's got Granson, his tight end.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Pull.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off around the 41. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Throwing after the interception. Poole. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a give to Taylor.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing to start the drive. Martin.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check three. 36. Ringo.
Back to throw. Martin flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A final shot before break. Poole looking for Campbell downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Poole.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
Complete to Gabriel Davis. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Colts.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Poole. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Poole. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be a second down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for Miami. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Looking to throw. Martin.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back now in Miami. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
They're not ready for this, man. Ready? They still playing soccer.
On first down. It's Bryant. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Colts on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Got an open man. That's Campbell.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
They'll get this off to Taylor.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Back to throw. Pull. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. To throw on 2nd down. Pull.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 1st down, pull.
Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Back to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
He's coming, double up. Ladies. Mike 17. Mike 17. Go ahead.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Looking for Campbell downfield, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany, and the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
You got nothing. Mike 17. Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bryant. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, Poole. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll keep it on the ground. Bryant, 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, it's Bryant. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Second and 10.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll try the left side. Bryant, he'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
Taken at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Pull. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Pull. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play, and it's third down.
51.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Back to throw. Poole.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
On first down, it's Bryant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Martin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
2nd and 9.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Don't get nervous.
Now Darnold with his first throw of OT. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Quarterback, don't get nervous. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Shoot!
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New York Jets. And we are underway in Buffalo. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job.
And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson.
That's complete to his running back, Carter. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And it's complete to Adams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We got you. Now they got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Carter is in. Touchdown, Jets. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Zerline good with a PAT.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Off play action. Fields.
Out to his left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 2nd and 10, Fields eluding the pressure right.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And Diggs has it.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
Dawson Knox, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the lead.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau able to record his 5th sack of the season. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the Bills are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go play action with Wilson. They'll check this one down to Carter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. A.J. Epinesa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
Have some of this.
The 20.
Have some of this.
10. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this one too low. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. after the touchdown. Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Again, Gordon on second and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
To throw is Wilson. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run for it with Carter.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Carter again.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Play action. It's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big gain there for the Bills.
On play action, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll dump this off to Carter, complete.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Shotgun snap and a give to Carter.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Play action. Now Wilson.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
A handoff for Carter.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's Wilson. Caught on the right side by Adams.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's Fields.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll drop that down to Carter underneath.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Now it's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a two-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fash together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now this throw caught left side.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Off play action, Fields.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now Wilson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
To throw again is Wilson.
He'll drop this underneath to Carter.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Snags it for the pick. And the Bills will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
From the gun, here's Fields.
It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, Bills. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bills could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Now Wilson.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Good positioning, and it's picked off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Bills are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.